Welcome to the Books, Beards, Booze podcast, where we talk books, drink booze, and have beards.
All right. As always, I'm Bob. Tell us by Bob.
I'm the Ask the Podcast, Derek.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm creative consultant Tanya. That was my music noise, because this is a music episode.
That's fair.
Spoiler.
For those of you who are curious as to is this room possessed, what happened at the end of the last episode?
The answer is yes.
I'm not really sure what happened. A quarter seemingly fell from the ceiling. Not sure how that happened, and it hit Derek.
The ghost basically decided I was worthy of money, but I'm not that worthy of money, so it threw a quarter at me.
A quarter.
It made it rain.
Hail.
Kind
Hey,
of.
girl. If I had 4 quarters to give to the 4 prettiest women in the world, you'd have $1.
Hashtag how is Bob single?
I read a bunch of really shitty pickup lines the other night.
That you wrote.
That does sound like something I would have written. All right. Anyway,
K-music.
so we're all alive for now. The ghost of the
Speak for yourself. I'm dead inside. Hashtag emo to go along with my playlist. It's all thematically appropriate.
yeah. So this week we decided we're talking music this week. That's fair. No, I'm with it. So we're talking music. What is good music to read to? What is good music to write to? What is some good book-themed bands? Some good book-themed songs? Just talking music and books. So Tanya has a lot of notes, I see.
I did homework.
I have some noats, not as
I'm
many
here.
notes. So Tanya, how about you?
Okay.
You got the most. You put in the most work.
So here's the thing. We talked about this topic, brainstorming. I was like, oh, this is going to be really difficult. I don't know any like songs that are based on books or any bands that do booky things. And you just looked at me like, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And I looked
How's
at you
that
Like
different
your
than normal?
favorite band.
yeah. So
Oh, no.
it wasn't until I really sat down and looked at it, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like Mumford & Sons does like all literary stuff.
All right, well, so
Modest Mouse does a bunch of booky things.
All right, so here's a little fact. Modest Mouse. The name Modest Mouse comes from The Mark on the Wall by Virginia Woolf, where the line is, and very frequent even in the minds of modest mouse-colored people.
Yeah.
So, like, their name comes from a book.
Yeah. So it's just a lot of things that I didn't really realize until I sat down to do the homework of this. And that's why I have all the extensive notes. And this is draft 2, where I had pared things down, and you can see where I've crossed things out. Like, that's not relevant to talk about. But I have a front and back page.
Yeah.
And I tried to pick stuff that I figured you wouldn't talk about at all.
Well,
'Cause
I
I figured
didn't-
you would get into wizard rock and all of that
Well,
shit.
I actually didn't do a lot, because, I mean, there is a bunch. Like,
Lord of the Rings, dude. Like,
there's
there's
a ton.
so many Lord of the Rings themed.
Oh yeah, there's a ton
music.
of bands that
Zep.
have
kinds
Amon
of shit.
Amarth. Their name is a
I've
reference.
never listened to them.
They're good.
Yeah, Viking metal.
I enjoy them.
Yeah, they're good. But their name is a reference to a place in Middle Earth. Sereth Ungol, Battle Lore. All their songs are about Lord of the Rings stuff, and they're really good. Derek, if you haven't listened to Battle Lore,
I know the name of the
you would
band,
like them.
but
But yeah, no. So yeah,
Camelot has a whole album about Faust or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, and Camelot is King Arthur, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's Camelot with a K.
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah. Oh, like they didn't mean Camelot with King Arthur.
Well, that's King with a C.
Good Jesus. Good Jesus. Big yikes. So, okay. So, one of your questions was, what is the best music to read to?
Yeah.
Spoiler, none.
Incorrect.
Silence. The fan, light background noise of a fan.
I use rain sounds.
Yeah, neutral backgrounds. Do you read?
I actually do.
I don't like specifically set out to read to music, but I'm very much a. All right, so I used to listen to music while I sleep because I felt like that was wasted time. And I was like, I should be listening to music while I sleep. Like, it's a more effective use of my time. Wow. But then I realized that I was getting less effective sleep, it was a net loss. So I quit listening to music.
Not let me listen to languages. Let me listen to.
Well, I
some
wouldn't
facts.
learn the language. I'm terrible at languages. I can't learn languages when I'm awake. I'm sure as fuck I can
Well,
learn them when
maybe
I'm
you
asleep.
should have tried sleeping.
Oh, maybe.
Well,
maybe
that's
I
what
should
happens
have.
when he tries to learn languages,
Yeah.
coincidentally.
Sleep on it.
Um,
But yeah, I'm not big on any sound when I'm reading. It pisses me off. I get distracted. I'm easily.
well-
a lot of people like read to classical music because classical is
Yeah,
soothing.
that's what I was gonna say.
Classical is
Done
not
that.
soothing for me. Like I think too much about the music and I get too into the music and I can't. It's super distracting for me.
well, you're a band nerd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I-
just really distracting.
I wasn't. So like whenever I go, like my stepmom, huge reader as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I go to visit her, basically each evening we don't watch TV or anything. We just sit around and read.
Yeah.
And so she always has. A lot of times she'll have classical playing, but there's a Sirius station called The Bridge,
Yeah.
which is like soft rock. Like
I listen to that in the car occasionally.
yeah, I really like it.
It's super chill.
It's super chill. Mostly oldies.
I can't read to anything that has words.
Same.
Well, so here's the
Same.
thing.
Lo-fi hip hop, I'm there for it. Classical, Sunset Mission.
Yeah.
Those are my go-to.
Well, so I can listen to anything while reading. So here's what I do. Like if I'm reading, again, I feel like if I'm just sitting in silence, there's a wasted opportunity there. So I play music, but I keep it low. Like I keep it like on like an Alexa, like a 3 or a 4. But I just tell her like, hey, just play me some music, and just sit there and read. And it doesn't bother me. Like I don't sit there and like focus on the words or anything. It's noise. It's effectively just the fan blowing, because I have it low enough that you can't really pick out the words unless you're really trying. But I'm not trying because I'm reading a book. So
Can't relate. Hard no. All right, you both write. What do you like to write to? I dabble.
dabble,
So, I don't know.
living lavishly.
I'm sure Bob has like a legit answer to this.
I have two.
I have a legit answer, but it's also a joke, but not a joke. So,
The sound of your own sobs.
no.
Oh.
No, that's what happens when I'm unable to write.
I had
That's your
that
editing
This
soundtrack.
just reminded me, Derek. I had a very angry dream about you last night.
Yikes.
Like super angry. Like
You're
woke
angry at him?
up a little miffed, kind of angry dream.
I
Derek,
don't
what did
appreciate
you
you not
Derek,
telling
what did
me
you
what-
Well,
do?
'cause I had forgotten about it till now,
Now you're
until we
gonna
started
tell-
having this
okay. Ooh,
conversation.
You're gonna tell him on air.
Yeah, tell me right
Yeah,
now.
no. I don't remember details. I just remember that we were talking about writing, and you were just being a cock. You were just being a cock nugget.
So how is this different than
And-
normal?
no. Like, cause like normally you give advice, you're
Yeah.
talking about this, but like you were just being this pretentious
Oh.
fucking cock. And I just remember I thought like the dream ended when I was like, well, what the fuck have you written, Derek? And like that was like the end of the dream. Like that, I was
got so mad,
and,
dude.
and, like I remember waking up, like, motherfucker. Like, but then I got up, like took a shower, completely forgot about it, and then now we're talking about this. Like that motherfucker was saying some
motherfucker.
shit last night.
Yeah, I just imagine you now looking at me like, yeah, that's not what you said yesterday.
Yeah, not what you said last night.
Yeah. But no, when But no,
My bad.
when I did a lot of writing for like Momentum and stuff like that.
Sorry, I broke myself. Sorry.
There was only one correct answer, and like legitimately.
Okay. Oh yeah,
anytime-
about what you write. too.
Anytime I wrote, if I did this, everything just flowed.
Mm-hmm.
If I tried to listen to anything else, I could get some stuff down, but it never worked as well as Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park.
Okay.
I don't know
Repeat.
why. I don't
No,
know
I know why. Because your brain is trained. It hears that. It writes well.
Oh well, that's
You trained yourself to write to that.
yeah, that
Even-
makes sense.
It's not a. I mean, it has not aged well at all. But it was a good album then.
Okay.
I mean,
wow.
I still,
Yikes.
it is what it is.
One of our D&D fellow D&D players to this day has a Linkin Park
messenger bag.
What?
Yeah.
Keith.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at his D&D bag. It's a Linkin Park bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with him. But no, that's and now that you mention it, you're right, because we've both read things about like how you're supposed to try and build like a ritual or
Yeah.
like something around things that put you in the state
For
for
I know we've
writing.
talked about this before, but just kind of like a refresher. Like if you're trying to be a writer and you're struggling with it, the best thing to do is pick a location, and every time you go to write in this same location.
Same location with the same.
All right.
like,
Light a candle
For a smell.
for a smell. You need a scent, like a good scent, and use the same candle every time, and listen to the same music every time. And even if you don't write anything the first few times, just every time you do it, just do the same thing, and you will eventually train your brain that, oh, I'm hearing this, I'm smelling this, I'm here.
I know it's time to get into this.
Your brain switches. It's like a switch will flip, and you will be much more creative. The words will flow a lot easier.
It's the same
Yeah.
way you potty train kids.
Well, you're potty training the shit coming out your
Yep.
fingertips.
100%.
So to that end, I have 2 bands that I've trained myself to.
Can I
to write
guess?
to. Yeah.
Do you
Builders
still
and the Butchers.
Nope.
do you
Ooh,
still
yikes.
do
Well,
Boring
no,
into
correct-
Club of Gore still? That was the one I could
All right,
think
so
of.
I listen to a lot of Builders and the Butchers around the time that I'm doing Marsh, but not necessarily when I'm
While he's
Not
writing
while you're
Marsh.
actively.
Yeah, I have a whole
That's
Marsh.
while you're studying
I have a whole
or
Marsh playlist.
planning
It's like
or-
Tyler Childers, Builders and
Yeah.
the Butchers, The Dead South.
Thematically getting you there, but
Yeah.
when
When
it
it's-
comes
when it
time
comes
to
time to
actually
write,
perform, you're
All right,
doing
there's
something
Born
different.
Under
What
Club
else?
of Gore.
Yeah, what else?
Is so Born Under
Typo
Club of Gore?
negative, maybe?
No. Born Under Club of Gore is a German doom jazz fusion band.
Which is
It's-
Sunset Mission. Which
Yeah,
was one of the
Sunset
things I
Mission is their
mentioned.
best album.
Yeah.
Which is the only album that's not on Amazon Music. Literally every
But
other
it's
album.
on YouTube.
But
so.
but there's a good album called Born for Beginners that has a lot of those songs.
Really?
Yeah, Born for Beginners got a red album cover. It's really good. Only one of their songs has any words. They're great.
Sporty. Yeah, good stuff.
All right. The other one is
else?
Thievery Corporation.
That's right. Yeah, I know you always mention them
Yeah.
with
I-
fucking Chris, but I don't.
Yeah, I love Thievery Corporation, and especially their album Soledad. That's really the one. Like a lot of Thievery Corporation can get like really energetic, upbeat.
Yeah,
Soledad is very much. It feels like you're sitting in like a French cafe almost.
The
Just
few times I've heard anything from them, it kind of took me as like that's.
well, they have 8 different singers.
Yeah, that's why I was.
So like one singer is like he's a Jamaican guy. They have like a French woman who sings in French. Like this wide variety of singers and styles. But it's 2 guys are the core of the band. So yeah.
I think I'm gonna come up with like I'm gonna listen to like all of it so that I can learn to insult it next time Chris is talking about how great it is.
That's fair.
I feel like that's what
It really was. Me and him went and saw them in concert. That was possibly the best concert I've ever been to.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Thievery Corporation, Soledad, it's a very chill album. I can just put it on, and I've listened to it so much while writing at this point that, this really does work. I've been with this move. It's really thrown my writing schedule like super off. And sure enough, like if I'm at work, put the headphones in, throw on, Born into Club of Gore, and the words just flow so much better. Like I'll crank out 1,000 words in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
So now, do we want to just talk
Well,
about?
Tanya, what about you when you dabble?
Yeah, when you dabble, what do you?
Oh, the
Nothing?
same thing I listen to at my house all the time, which is silence.
Cats?
I don't have background
Bells?
noise. Like, no, the bells are gone. I told you the bells were gonna go. The cats they still enjoy the
You're
little mice.
such a
Okay,
bad
stop.
mom.
Wait. Okay, so I was cleaning the other day, and I was vacuuming, and I did not have the roller thing. I was just using like the little stick
Right.
that you vacuum with, and I accidentally sucked up one of the mice. And you would think, Tanya, you can open the container and just get the little fuzzy mouse out. But they were kind of scratchy. And so the material that the little mouse was made out of just turned into a huge hairball. And so I threw it away.
All right, Superfan Bud. Just
Sorry.
so you know.
And the other
Tanya's-
one, I cut the bell off the
Tanya's
tail.
throwing
so.
your
Sorry.
Hard-earned,
Sorry.
Toys away.
yeah.
Sorry. But no, I don't listen to anything in my house. Like, I don't listen to the TV.
Not even the
TV's
weeping?
TV's off. No, I don't cry. I'm a robot. Beep, beep, boop. But no, my house is quiet
You need.
all the time. I don't like background sounds. I have sound all the time when I'm
Bob,
at work and when I'm
she
around
needs
you
to-
guys, and
she
I talk
need-
all the time. So when I go home, I want silence.
She needs to be able to hear the poltergeist.
I've never I know we crack a lot of jokes about you being a serial killer. This is the moment I've come closest to believing it.
I just
Like,
want it to be quiet at home.
No,
all
and
the
I
time.
get it, and like there's probably a pile of dead bodies in your backyard from people who broke your silence,
I get real angry when people just show up and break that silence.
and they're dead.
Yep, just like that page ripper's gonna be.
That's what we call a callback.
Catch me outside.
How about that?
Oh my god, I know. I think I told you about this, Derek.
Probably.
The guy who got kicked off of Twitter for threatening to kill Mr. Peanut.
No.
Oh my god. All right, so this guy was trying to make a statement. Like he was doing this to make a statement that corporations are not people. Mr. Peanut is not a real person.
Right.
So the rules of Twitter, like inciting violence and whatnot, don't apply.
Yeah, because Mr. Peanut is a fictional character.
Yeah, and he was very careful to
It's
not.
like, man, fuck Mickey Mouse.
He
Like-
never insulted or threatened the people behind the account or
Yeah.
anything like that. They were all threats
directly
directed.
to that top hat wearing monocle having
So,
some bitch.
So here's what got him caught. All right. So and this is amazing. So Mr. Peanut tweeted, "Cashew in the snack aisle. How about that?" Which
Like,
I
that's
thought
clever.
was hilarious.
Yeah, that's clever.
So
Clever,
this
clever.
guy tweeted back at him, "I will literally fly anywhere in the world to kill you. Just name a time and place." And the Catch Me Outside girl saw that, liked it, and said thank you.
Nice.
So it got like 1,000. It got like 1,000
Nice.
retweets or something like that. And the next day he was indefinitely banned from Twitter, and he appealed it. Saying like, well, hey, yes, I was threatening to kill someone, but it's not a real person. It's Mr. Peanut. And they came back and was like, well, we have a rule against inciting violence. It doesn't have to be directed at a specific person, but you can't be just. But apparently he had like
That's a bit
had
asinine.
tweeted like death threats at Mr. Peanut like over 50 times.
Twitter's
before he
trash.
got-
Let's move on.
Before he got caught.
Yikes.
I was just like, oh god, that just the headline was like, man banned from Twitter for threatening to kill Mr. Peanut is just like one of the best headlines I've seen
That
in a long
Catch Me
time.
Outside girl's so stupid.
She's making a lot of money.
It makes me really
She's a rapper
sad
now.
about it. I know,
Yeah.
Bad Baby.
Bad
whatever the
Baby.
fucking stupid
Yeah.
name is.
So
Grumble,
all right,
grumble,
Why y'all know about this?
Snapchat.
I don't want to know about it
Then why do you?
I
because
follow.
I know people who
I-
talk about it in my presence.
I listen to. There's a.
I absorb knowledge. I know all the things.
There is a. There's a.
yeah.
On Snapchat, one of the shows, they have like a news show. Complex does a news show that all it is just covers like rap news, and
Hmm.
she crops up on there every so. I watch that about every other day.
Okay, so we
You're
get back on
such a
topic.
big
Let's
rap
stop talking about
aficionado.
this.
Well, like so I don't listen
Gross.
to mumble rappers or anything like that, but I find the whole I find it fascinating. Like I really enjoy like checking out like all the new like SoundCloud rappers and whatnot. Like I don't like the music, but I appreciate
The hustle.
the hustle. Yeah. So
Good job, kids.
yeah, good jobby, Bubby.
Excellent, Jobbert.
Bobbert.
No, Jobbert Robert.
Jobbert Robert.
Good job, Bob. Excellent jobby, Bobby. Or good jobby, Bobby. An excellent Jobbert Robert.
All right. So let's just talk about. I guess now we're in the free play, just general talking about bands and books
yeah,
and whatnot.
yeah.
So I already said my Modest Mouse where they got their name from.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I have a list of songs that I actually like that
Yeah.
I didn't realize were about books.
Okay.
How can you like stuff when you're a robot?
I'm programmed that way.
Yeah. So what you
So,
got?
I mean,
give us
okay,
two.
okay, only two.
No, just
Oh,
right
just
now,
two.
then I'll-
Okay,
yeah.
okay. This one should have been obvious to me because of the title, but Soma by The Strokes. Soma was the drug that they took in Brave New World by Aldous Huxley to help keep people docile. And had I had, I don't know, any inkling of
Yeah.
thought about it, but no shit, I like that song a lot. I'm gonna make a playlist and I'm gonna put this up on Sunday, and
it.
y'all are gonna hear my
Okay.
fucking
yeah.
bomb
Do you have
ass.
Spotify?
I'm gonna do either a Spotify one or a YouTube playlist.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make a playlist. But Soma by The Strokes.
Okay.
I did not know that. And this one,
This is the most animated I've seen you in like.
and I didn't think that this was going to be a topic that would work for me. I thought it was going to be like, well, Bob's going to sit here and talk about Led Zeppelin all day.
I actually didn't put them on my
And
list.
Rush.
Because everyone knows.
Because everyone
Rush
knows.
Yeah.
and the Zepp.
I didn't do Rush either. I kind of went.
David Bowie. David
I'm
Bowie's got
just,
a lot of.
Not a Bowie fan.
I'm just not a Bowie fan.
Yeah,
For
so
real, for
I
real.
only
Good
did
work.
songs that I actually like. So "Walk on the Wild Side" by Lou Reed. I don't know if y'all know that song, but it's like
Yeah.
do do do.
Yeah,
do,
no, I
do,
love Lou
do,
Reed.
Do do do. It's kind of like talk singing, but like,
Yeah.
hey girl,
No, I-
take a walk on the wild side.
Were you talking? How do I? You.
I don't
just
know. I don't know.
talk, just
That song's
talk.
great,
Just,
but-
no shit.
That was based on a book of the same title by Nelson Algren. That was written. The song was written for Andy Warhol. Proposed a musical.
Okay.
And the song was written for this musical that never happened. But
Huh.
could you imagine, like, think about that song, and the whole book was about
Imagine
that, like,
Andy
Velvet
Warhol.
Underground kind of thing. Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was one book.
Well, Velvet
That's cool.
Underground is a book reference, and a lot of their songs are book reference, like Venus and Furs
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Lots of that.
I remember I had never heard of Velvet Underground, and I had a college professor. He was my favorite professor when I first got to college, Dr. Day. He talked about what was maybe it was Venus and Furs was the name of the song. I can't remember, but he said like the song's about doing heroin. He's like, I've never done heroin, but having listened to that song,
I get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
You know.
Do, do,
Um,
do, do.
So here's my here's a cool reference. Steely Dan. All right. That was the name of a dildo in the William S. Burroughs book Naked Lunch.
Nice.
Yeah, who knew?
Literary dildo reference. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another little reference, Opeth. Metal band, for those who don't know. In Sunbird by Wilbur Smith, Opeth is the name of a Phoenician city in South Africa whose name means City of the Moon. And they're very kind of like, not theatrical. They're a smart band. They got them references worked in there and whatnot. So
Yes.
yes. Tanya, what you got?
So Panic at the Disco has a bunch of subtle literary references.
Because they write sins, not tragedies.
Yeah.
They read a lot of Chuck Palahniuk, and so there's a whole album that has like a whole bunch of like subtle and not so subtle Palahniuk references.
Can you talk about them?
Well, there's. All right, let me give you.
Well, I mean, if they're Fight Club references, you can.
No, not Fight Club. But let me take 6 seconds to read this one song title. London beckoned songs about money written by machines. That's the song title.
That rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Super
Well,
easy.
this Panic.
Some
It's Panic at the Disco. That's how that
Panic at the
works.
Disco is what they do.
But no, that includes a quote from the book Diary by Chuck Palahniuk. So there's.
I've never really been a Panic at the Disco fan.
They're okay. I like
I
them.
really liked that one album.
Are they the one? Shh.
I chime in with, haven't you people ever heard of
It's,
shutting your fucking mouth?
That's
Yeah,
not-
that one.
It's not a Panic at the Disco.
no, yeah, but that's not how.
That's not how that
that's
goes.
not how that
That's not how that goes.
And it's
Closing the
I write
goddamn-
sins,
it's closing
not
the-
crap. Not
Closing the goddamn door, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. 100%.
That
No,
I
That
know
album's
song.
real good. I've only heard a couple of songs off of anything other than an album,
Mm-hmm.
but that album's got like some good songs, and then also just one of my favorite names of a song ever. But it's one of those really long ones that I can't remember exactly
Yeah.
what it
Yeah,
is right
yeah,
now.
yeah. I
Did-
love
are
it.
you covering My Chemical Romance?
I have My Chemical Romance
Is it
song on
because,
here.
is it-
Do
is it
that,
because they have
Let
the
me flip my page. The
comics.
Ghost of You by My Chemical Romance. That was inspired by the Watchmen comic because there's an ad for perfume in there with how the Ghost of You lingers.
Well, My Chemical Romance. What's the guy's name? I forget.
I don't know those kind of things.
The guy who started the band, like his band.
The emo-isty of with them all.
He got the name from a book. He worked at a bookstore, and there was a book called like the 16 Chemical Romances or something like that.
Oh,
And
nice.
so that's where he got the name from.
Nice.
So, what you got?
Dashboard Confessional is another
Okay.
band that I really like, and they have a lot of. And see, I've never read Ender's Game or any of the Ender
Yeah.
books.
Oh,
but
is that where it's from?
the song "Ender Will Save Us All." Ender
Nice.
in Ender
Yeah.
is talking about Ender. I had no idea what that
Can
meant.
we read that? What are you reading right now?
I don't know. I don't know what
We
I'm
could do
reading
it
right
this
now. Yeah.
We'll talk about that off air,
Okay.
but we can do Instagram.
But yeah.
We need. I think Blood Meridian's next, but
Yeah,
after
we have
Blood
to do
Meridian, we can do.
But the band guy in I don't know their names. The band guy in Dashboard Confessional, his middle name is Andrew, and so in one of their albums he put Ender as his middle
Yeah,
name because
Ender
yeah,
Wiggum,
yeah. So that was clever, I thought.
Derek, here's a fact. Did you know that Orson Scott Card wrote Ender's Game? He wrote Speaker of the Dead first. He wrote Ender's Game so he could write Speaker for the Dead. But Speaker for the Dead was the idea that he really wanted to do. Kind of a neat thing.
Yeah.
Just learned that.
Especially since I still think Ender's Game's better.
Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah,
They're-
lots of stuff happening.
They
from
are
them.
they are just a concept band.
That's what they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them so much. Their concert was so good. I'm so glad I went and saw them.
Didn't he cut his hair?
No, that was a joke. That was an internet joke. He
okay.
did not cut his hair.
I was about to say,
No.
Claudio without
No,
his
he had,
hair.
He had all the hair. It was great. That was the one concert that I went to where I just got so angry that I couldn't see. Because I'm 6 foot tall. I can see over most people, but somehow everybody at this fucking show was 5'11" and higher. And I couldn't see, and I was getting irrationally angry. I was like, how the fuck do short people exist in this fucking world?
And there are none here.
It made me so mad. Because sometimes, like, you get, like, a pocket of tall people.
Yeah, and you can just shift around.
Yeah.
them.
No, bitch, they were everywhere. Oh, I was so angry. But it was fine. But it ended up making
So
me mad.
I've had here's a weird thing. I've had a theory that if you were to your average like metal show, if you were to take I would say that it skews taller and shorter on average than your typical crowd.
So you got really tall people to really short people, but not a lot of normal people.
Well, not that there's not normal heighted people.
Not that there's
in
anything
there.
wrong
you have a
with
lot
that.
more
Yeah,
outliers.
but you have a higher percentage of outliers. I would
An
think.
opposite bell curve.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
So it's a skateboard ramp.
Yes, which would fit.
Half pipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Great.
Genesis.
Obviously.
Yeah. It's
Dim Bibles.
It's the best band that we're going to talk about today. And they are. It's. I hate it when people say it's not Adam and Eve, it's Adam and Steve. Mm-hmm. But
funny, though.
everyone knows that Genesis was Phil
Phil.
Collins and
that other guy.
Mark and
That other
the
guy.
third guy. Yeah.
That other guy and the other
yeah,
guy.
I love that joke.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, that was pretty much all I had. I mean, there's a ton of stuff, but like just stuff that I felt like relevant that I wanted to talk about. Like, oh, Genesis is great. I'm going to bring them up anytime I can. And
Yeah.
Coheed and Cambria, that's real cool.
Yeah, love them.
Gerard Way is the guy from My Chemical Romance.
Great.
Because he's also doing like comic books and stuff like that too. So
Indeed.
So Taking Back Sunday, which was another great like emo fun band from my high school time. Their song Cute Without the E, cut from the team, because it's in a parenthesis because you had to have really long titles back
Oh
then.
yeah, 100%.
That's apparently Othello from Shakespeare. Bitch, I don't know anything about Shakespeare, and there's so many things that are like, this is a retelling
How
of
do
Hamlet.
you
This is a
have
retelling
a-
of Othello. Like, bitch, I don't know. I had no idea. I love that song so much.
Othello, more like, oh hell no.
Oh, hell
This
no.
bitch
Yeah.
over here got a degree, ain't know nothing about no Shakespeare.
I don't have a literary degree.
Doesn't matter,
I
it's
have
still
a
Shakespeare.
psychology learning degree.
Doesn't matter.
It did me
still.
real good. Breeze Blocks by Alt J.
Yeah. That's a good song.
Where the Wild Things Are is what inspired that song. The whole like I love you so I'll eat you whole thing
Yeah.
is a refrain from Where the Wild Things Are. I was like, oh my god, I love that song so much too.
Yeah.
It's so good. Then Alt J popped up a lot on this list of literary inspired songs and stuff. Another one of my favorite bands, Isley, they have a song called Invasion, which is incredibly good, but it's about Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is obvious, and I knew that, but I thought it was just a movie, but no, it's a book.
So one of these kids' books that I picked up,
Is Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
I was going to pick it up, but it's like I ended up not because they wanted $2 for it. I'm not paying $2 for a kid's book, a used kid's.
I don't
book.
want to pay $2 for a me book.
But there's a series of books called The Click,
Yeah.
and it was Invasion of the like High School Click.
I know, that's why I was like, snap, snap. That was my
Oh.
sassy snaps.
Oh, I thought you were clicking your fingers.
No, I was snap. I was throwing my snappy snaps.
Sassy snaps.
I thought you were gonna throw up the
horns.
No, the click. No one.
No.
Click, click, boom.
One of these days, I'll find somebody that
Nope.
actually likes wrestling. It'll be great.
No. Well, you
Dan,
Damon.
where the fuck are you?
Damon. That's it.
No, and
No, Dan loves
Okay.
wrestling.
Yeah. Hallelujah. That song. It's cold and it's broken. Hallelujah. Jeff Buckley's. I know it's supposed to be like Leonard Nimoy or some bullshit like that, but Jeff Buckley's the one who clearly that song's about the Bible.
It's really, really weird that you say that because I play. There's this one song, this band. They've only ever done one song near that I can find. I cannot find them anywhere. It's Oh Me My, and the song is Dorinda. And I listened to it last night as I was going to bed.
Sandstorm.
No, and
what's the name of this video? What's the background music? I think it's Darude Sandstorm. Which, all jokes aside,
Is great.
fucking
great.
slaps,
Oh,
y'all.
it
Like,
does?
I love that shit.
I mean, to this
There's
day,
a reason it's a meme because everyone's like, I'm never
Okay,
mad to be listening
okay,
to this
okay.
song.
there's a reason I go ham every time that song comes on.
Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, yeah, it's so good.
So good. Now we have to
It's
listen.
in my head
okay,
now.
Okay,
That's
when
my
we're done
first-
with this, we're listening to that
Yeah.
as we discuss Ender's Game.
Okay.
But okay, while we're talking about music memes, because I did too much homework and I feel like I'm just
that's
showing
good.
out. This is awkward. But
Oh no, one episode in 100 where you like go ham and go hard in the paint.
I did.
This is the Tanya
I stayed
episode.
up past my bedtime. I was listening to
Hey,
music
wait,
in
wait.
my house.
Here's a thought. What if you save like 4?
And they're just surprise.
Well, no, we can do a little YouTube video for our patrons.
Well, no, because that's weird. How do you? No.
No?
Weird.
Okay.
Okay.
She's uncomfortable,
okay,
guys.
Okay. It's super uncomfortable. Look at my fucking robot hands.
She's doing real weird things with her arms right now.
What the actual fuck just happened?
I'm short circuiting. Sorry.
Boop.
I've seen this exact reaction many times of you're at a fast food place and she goes up there to
Oh my
order.
God.
And they like, oh, we're out of that, and she just like
Doesn't know what to
she
do.
just locks it up like.
That happened to me this morning. So I've been trying to do a no spend because bitches be broke, and so I have a little bit of money on my Starbucks like account, and I'm like, okay, I really need a coffee. This is day 6 at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I'm gonna go get a coffee, and I want a s'mores frappuccino. And I get up there and I'm like, hi, do you still have the marshmallow whipped cream? And she goes, no, I don't think we do. I know this girl's voice. She's not a barista that I like. There's nothing inherently wrong with her. She's just not very friendly. And so she's like, no, it doesn't look like we have that. And I was like, okay. Can I get a caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino? She's like, well, we're out of the dark caramel. I can give you a regular one. I was like, oh, you're going to have to give me a minute. That was it. And that was the picture that was on the screen. Like, what I wanted was the s'mores frappuccino. You couldn't do that. So I went with the thing that was on the picture, and you can't give me that. And now I don't know what to do because
I wish people could see what she looks like.
Her arms are akimbo. She's like Joker grinning. Like
and so I got a mocha cookie crumble, which was really good. But it was a panic moment.
Have you considered getting a coffee?
Yikes. No. I needed the sugar and the caffeine. Even though there's no coffee in a frappuccino.
there is
Bitch,
coffee
I
in a
will-
frappuccino.
You could have got a mocha.
Come for these sensual fraps.
No, I wanted, come for these satisfying fraps.
Satisfying fraps.
Okay, last one, and I won't do any more.
Wow,
'cause-
you got
No, go for it.
Well, I only have one.
Just do it.
I have
Just do
3
it.
more. Fuck
Do
it.
them all.
Okay, so Incubus. Okay, so I've noticed that
This is really good.
Second favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
talk
Love it,
shows
love
on mute. That and see, the thing is like I don't recognize song titles.
Yeah.
So as I was going down lists of things, I was like, oh, I know that band. And I would have to open it in YouTube
You're
to
like, oh, I
play
know
it.
that song.
Like, oh my God, I love that song. So that's why I ended up staying up past my bedtime because, oh,
You
so
got super
good.
hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk shows on mute, that song, 1984 by George Orwell. A lot of
Yeah.
the songs that I like are very
References to
1984 or Brave New World, which
Yeah.
are 2 of my, I won't say favorite books because that seems really edgelord, but
Yeah, it really is.
2 of my
Well,
2 of the books that I have read multiple
I'm
times.
so looking forward to Ryan getting this episode because I can normally track where he's at in the episode because he'll message me. He's like, "Oh yeah, I like that." Like,
Yeah, I know what you
reference
mean,
me, but
yeah.
"Oh yeah, no, that was good. I liked that." Or "Oh yeah, I didn't." Yeah.
I know
I'm
that.
fully expecting him to be like, "Well, that song's shit. Oh, that song's great." Yeah, no, that song's good.
I fully expect you're eventually going to get a message from him that's going to be like, Derek liked Linkin Park. What the fuck?
Dude, I love Linkin Park.
I listen to a lot of Linkin Park.
Anyways, focus.
Okay. The band Perry, which is a country band, but
Okay.
they had a song that was that called If I Die Young, and that was from an Alfred Lord Tennyson poem.
Oh.
And
Poem.
yeah, Lady of Shalott. There's quite a
yeah.
few songs
Okay.
that were about that poem.
Yeah.
Emily Autumn.
Did something, and then like there's a
that
bunch of
song
people who've
is
done that too.
amazing. Shallot by Emily Autumn.
You've told me that I need to listen to her, but she showed up in a
Yes.
lot of these
You
lists.
like Rasputina.
I do.
This is more accessible, better Rasputina.
We'll see.
She says debatable.
Were you
Yeah.
there when we went? Were you at the Rasputina at Dragon Con?
No,
Okay, that was the year before
I
that
guess
you went.
that wasn't me.
Rasputina at
I
Dragon
saw
Con.
Wolves of Chernobyl, which were fantastic.
Yeah.
I was also real drunk, but I enjoyed them.
I need to hit them up to see if I can get them on.
Yes, you
the
do.
Radio.
So,
Put that
okay,
down.
okay. The song "Memory" from
she-
Cats, musicals.
oh my
I
God,
like
it's so
musicals.
good.
Okay,
Yeah. No, Cats is great.
Yo.
high fives. I
Yeah.
love musicals, and so memories all alone in the moonlight. That's from a T.S. Eliot poem.
Yeah.
What? I didn't know that till last night, and I just was like, "Oh my god, I need to watch the animatronic people cats singing."
Jellicle Cats.
Jellicle Cat. Yeah.
Jellicle Cats. Jellicle Cats.
I think something like that. I forget. It's been a really
It's
long.
so good.
I went
It's
and
so
saw
good.
it.
We
in-
should watch Cats.
We should. I'm 100% for that. I went and saw it in
I like
London
Cats.
with my family, and Mom
Wait,
loved that fucking song.
Yeah,
Derek,
it's great.
How recently did you go? Did you go to Hearn?
I
Did
did
you
not-
tear some books, Derek?
Derek, are you about to catch these
Derek, are
hands?
you the book ripper?
Do you want to? You want to throw down?
For
First of
cutting
all,
down paper,
first,
Derek?
First of all,
You got me in height and weight, bud, but I got you in anger. I will take you down.
first of all, you don't know that. You don't know what lives inside this. Second of all,
A lot of anger. I feel it. It radiates. You're like Gokuing over there, just like. Wow, wow,
I just, it's not so much the anger. I think people just feel the defeat when I get back from work some days. It's just like, I have so much to do. No, but,
love it.
no, I would never do that. I would never tear those book pages, Bob.
Are you a dog eater of books?
I am, but
Yeah, oh well.
I know we've had this conversation.
No, I'm not opposed
Paper,
to it.
we're for
Yikes.
paper books, for
Yikes.
paperbacks. I don't mind.
Yeah.
That's
never
why
gonna-
Kindle ain't got to.
Yeah. Well, I'm never going to do that on a
No,
hardback. 'cause
I don't
collect
like
hardback.
dog-earing my pages, and I don't like breaking the spines of my paperbacks.
I know. I don't. Well, I don't break the
She
spines.
said, sitting in utter silence.
I will break
in
the
a-
spines of people before I break the spines of my
100%,
paperback
100%.
book.
I've always been super,
God, she's
super
such a serial
interested
killer.
in the idea of like. I know you're gonna freak out about this. Writing in the margins, like
What?
your thoughts and stuff.
Dude.
like that. That always sounds super interesting. I just can't do it.
My
Sticky
thing is, if
notes,
you're doing
maybe.
that, you need to do it like
That's why
writing.
I like
writing in the
the-
margin like one time in a book is dumb.
Yeah, but if you're gonna
like
do
if
the
you're gonna
whole
do it the
thing,
whole thing, it's cool.
super cool.
And that's the thing. I won't ever do it the whole thing because
Yeah.
if
'Cause I'll
I'm
forget
reading
that
it,
I'm taking notes. I'll
Yikes.
just be like,
Yikes.
that's why I like Kindle being able to
Exactly.
highlight stuff.
That was-
It's
that's
so much.
Yeah.
my favorite
easier.
thing. Which, when we eventually do the episode about the book that I just finished reading
Yeah.
today, there was, I think I only made one quote in the whole thing, but I had to stop because I was just laughing so
Yeah.
hard, and I was like, this is the most believable thing I probably have ever read.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any more?
Last one.
Okay.
Tiny Cities Made of Ashes by Modest Mouse, which you already talked about Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
But loosely is The Great Gatsby.
Are
Okay.
you gonna make me a Modest Mouse playlist because I've never listened to them?
Oh my god, yes, I
they're
will.
so good. Look,
oh, yes.
it's
It's
kinda
my
sad.
favorite band.
Like while we were
Yeah,
together,
I
she was
remember.
all about Modest Mouse, and I did
Shit on it
not
all the
have
time.
A
Yeah.
fuck to give about Modest Mouse, and then like 2 years ago,
It clicked for
I
you.
got that Alexa, and it just like she played a Modest Mouse track. I was like,
Oh, that's a good song. I know that
oh,
song.
that's good. And then like I was like, maybe we should.
Maybe I should listen
Maybe
to
we
more
should do
Modest
some more.
Mouse.
And I was like,
Maybe
I got her.
Tanya was right.
And
First time for everything.
Yeah.
Tanya was right.
No, Modest Mouse is great. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite bands. That's all
Yeah, I
in
know.
concert.
I know it is, but I didn't.
fabulous.
I've never listened. Like I know that there's gonna be some songs of theirs that I recognize that I have heard
Yeah.
before because I've been listening to a Pandora station and I've kind of like realized.
Some songs pop up.
Oh, that I was like, oh, I know this song and it's good, and I've glanced over, like, I didn't realize they did that,
Yeah.
but I could not tell you.
Just listen to them on shuffle. They don't have a bad song. They have some songs you're just going to be more indifferent
There's
to.
some that are weird and
Yeah.
some that are
Well,
less weird.
I'm just gonna let you make a playlist.
Bet.
because-
B-E-double-D bet.
All right.
Right then.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I would love to hear y'all's book band recommendations.
I'm going to make a playlist and I'm going to add the songs that didn't make this episode because I only talked about the songs that I really like.
Yeah.
But there were more that I nixed out, like Thrice, the band Thrice. I really liked in high school.
Yo!
A lot slaps. A lot of songs by Thrice were
There's
based
a whole
on.
bunch of just emo-ness on the other
Oh,
side.
yeah.
I'm just not
But
with
there's
it.
one. There's at least one song that I love by them.
Which one?
I don't want to talk about it on here.
Okay. Well, I mean, Doublespeak was about 1984, and The Melting Point of Wax was about the Fall of Icarus by Thrice.
Nice. The second one makes sense. I
Yeah,
should've-
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Doublespeak also makes sense about 1984. But
All right. Well, in the coming week.
are we getting haunted again?
Huh?
The look on your face looks like we're getting haunted.
No, I was looking around for
He was
something
making
to.
sure we weren't being
I was looking for. So in the coming week, as the
As the crucifix on your wall swings off and hangs upside down for no apparent reason.
yeah.
Your friend starts.
Hopefully
vomiting
that
pea soup.
hopefully the phone call to the exorcist goes well and they arrive promptly, and that your fly strips do the job, and may the blessing of the beard and baby Jesus be upon you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Books, Beards, Booze. Our co-hosts are Bob, Derek, and Tanya. Our producer is Bob. For more information, visit our website, booksbeardsbooze.com. Follow our social media at Tales by Bob. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate, subscribe, and share. Okay, bye.